Good morning, Dipesh. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. How about you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you that you have joined us.
Nice.
Excellent time. Rajesh Joshi, who is the chief guest and inaugurator, is joining very soon. And immediately we will start. Rita, good morning.
Very good morning. Very good morning. Very good morning.
These days are very busy for Bhumika, I suppose. Certainly there are some all the other programs for you.
He's fortunate that he's busy at this time also.
Right.
Everybody's got so much of time. But the person who is busy actually is very fortunate.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Dipesh, how is Bangalore?
Yeah, things are better, I would say, but yes,
There is lockdown in Karnataka, I suppose, for 7 days.
yeah, actually 14 days or 7 days have already passed. Next 7 days is also.
Let me introduce you. He is Mr. Gurmeet Singh Rajpokar, the prominent entrepreneur of Nagpur city. And
Hi everybody, I'm Gurmeet here.
I
Very happy to talk to you online. Sorry before to meet person. But the trend is come online now.
she is Dr. Bhumika Agrawal,
Hello, Bhumika, how are you?
associate professor in the University College of Engineering and Technology.
Nice to talk to you, Bhumika.
Thank you so much.
And my friend Dipesh Goyal from Bangalore.
Hello, Bhumika, how are you?
Hi, sir. Good morning.
How are things in Bangalore?
Yeah, becoming better, but yeah.
I suppose I am not but I have read the Bangalore.
Yeah, things are
Things are very difficult.
Yeah, I
Take care, take care.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
He is somewhere, I suppose. You had some session yesterday.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, I had a session at SPN College of Engineering.
Yeah, exactly. It was on the same topic, I suppose.
But it was, sir, on gender equality and women entrepreneurs. Gender equality.
SPN College. Who is the principal there?
Bhavani, sir, is there, Dr. Bhavani.
Dr. Bhavani. Again, he was in our introduction, I suppose.
Yeah, yes.
I remember him.
Yeah.
He was with Mahavidya Parivar only.
Okay.
After that, I think he was for 6 or 7 years and then he left and he went to Mother College. And now he is there.
He was in HMU College also, sir.
Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah.
But he was with us for about 5 or 6 years earlier.
Oh, okay.
In Nagpur, you know, there is not a single engineering college where people from India Destiny have not worked. Okay. All they have worked in India Destiny, then they have all that experience, and on the basis of their work experience and the culture that they develop there, it is selected outside India.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Yeah. Even there is
There is a lot of contributions from the university part of this institution because I know him from so many years. That he is a got a very easy personality and he brings people's heart very easily. And that's why he's my friend. Very positive, very kind, very social.
Yes.
He's more than others.
Dipesh also.
Generally avoid giving lectures but all his insistence. I couldn't refuse him.
Earlier also I had taken Gurmeet to deliver a lecture before the police his employees, his personnel.
I remember.
That was about 10 to 15 years ago.
Quite a long time back.
About 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful session conducted by him. So I was tempted to have him here also.
Well, I always feel that just have Almighty's blessings and try a little bit. Everything will fall in line.
उन्होंने क्या हुआ राजेश का?
Sir, Rajesh sir joined, sir.
He has joined.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Yes.
Good.
Am I audible?
Rajesh, Rajesh, good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm not getting the audio. Is this? Am I audible?
You are audible, Rajesh.
Audible to us.
Can you listen to us?
Yeah, I can listen to you.
Wow, Rajesh, good morning.
But there is a lag. The voice is cracking.
Okay.
I can listen, but it's correct.
How are you, Rajesh?
Yeah.
How are you?
Audible once again.
Yeah, you are audible. You are
I'm
audible.
fine, I'm fine. Okay.
Shall we start, Rajesh?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, okay. Tuja,
Sure, sir, we'll start.
yeah, please.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries, my colleagues, and all my dear students. On this blessed morning, I, Rutuja, take this privilege to warmly welcome you all in today's webinar on Understanding Entrepreneurship Against New Realities. Entrepreneurship has changed a lot in the past 2 decades. Access to information and resources is greater than ever. Thanks to the advances of the internet and the culture of startup favoritism that has encouraged young creative thinkers to follow their projects more than ever before. Entrepreneurial learning for young people is hugely beneficial in addition to finding out how to start a business. They acquire practical skills and positive attitude, greater awareness of society, a sharpened appetite for active engagement, new competencies, and confidence to play a part. With the view to focusing on these and many other related aspects concerning the new realities into entrepreneurship, Freedom College of Commerce has organized this webinar in which we have eminent dignitaries with us today to guide the students. We are lucky to have Sri Rajesh Kumar Joshi, a prominent entrepreneur from Guwahati, as the chief guest to inaugurate this webinar and to enlighten our students with his vast experience and knowledge. Then we also have Bhumika Agrawal, Sardar Kuldeep Singh Rajpokharji, and Sri Dipesh Goyal as the guest of honors and resource persons to guide our students on the given topic in this context. I extend a hearty welcome to all the eminent speakers and would like to thank all of you for taking the time out of your heavy schedule and gracing this morning with your august presence. Now it's the time for an introductory remark, and for that, I would like to invite Dr. Priyadarshini PhD, Assistant Professor of Freedom College of Commerce. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rutuja. I, Dr. Priyadarshini PhD, feel great honor to welcome you all on this seasoned and warm morning. Good morning, friends. We all have gathered for attending a seminar on understanding entrepreneurship against new realities. This seminar is organized to focus on concept of entrepreneurship, its present realities, and how new innovative aspects has been evolved in this COVID-19 period from 1 year. An entrepreneur is an individual who creates a new business, bearing most of the risk and enjoying most of the reward. The process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and business or procedures. important as it has the ability to improve the standard of living and create wealth, not only for entrepreneurs but also for related business. Entrepreneur also helps drive change with innovation where new and improved products enable new markets to be developed. The second wave of pandemic has struck India with a devastating impact with over 3 lakh new cases and 3,000 deaths across the country each day at present. The total number of deaths has just passed the 2 lakh mark. That's about 1 in 16 of all COVID deaths across the world. It is also evident that India's statistics are significant underestimates. The virulence of the second wave in India seems to be related to confluence of factors, government complacency driven by poor data collection and being in denial about the reality of the data. A new variant with a hockey stick shape, growth curve, and some very large and unregulated religious and political events. It is clear that there is no humanitarian crisis of significant promotion. India is a country of 1.4 billion people and makes up a sixth of the world's population. Here are some ways in which it is also going to affect the world economy. First is a lost year for India. India is itself the fifth largest economy in the world and contributes significantly to world economic growth. With relatively high growth rate of between 4% and 8% and its large size, it has a significant impact on the world economy. Even in early 2020, before the pandemic took hold, the IMF has cited India's indifferent output as the main reason for sluggish world growth figure in 2018 and 2019. The IMF downgraded its 2020 forecast to 5.8%, partly because it expected more of the same for the subcontinent. Now, it looks as if world growth for 2020 has down by around 4%, with India down 10%. Everyone has been expecting a great rebound in 2021 from both India and the world. But that now looks seriously doubtful. For instance, Sonal Verma, India's chief economist at the investment group Nomura, predicts that India's GDP will shrink around 1.5% in the current quarter. Coupled with significant pandemic-related problems also in Brazil and South Africa, we might expect the impact on world growth to be considerable even before taking any knock-on effect into account. Second, international restrictions. In terms of knock-on effects, the scale of the crisis in India is likely to mean that international restrictions remain in place for longer than hoped. In the words of Soumya Swaminathan, the chief scientist of the World Health Organization, that is the WHO, the virus does not respect borders, nor nationalities, nor age, or sex, or religion. As others have asked, periodically, can a country of this size be isolated? On a recent flight of New Delhi to Hong Kong, for instance, 52 passengers tested positive for COVID. We also know that the Indian variant is already in the UK, while some of the areas second wave, notably in the Punjab, has been caused by the UK variant. This is bad news for airlines, airports, and the businesses that depend on them. So, this too will have a large dampening effect on global economic growth. Third is the pharma problems. The pharmaceutical industry in India is the third largest in the world in terms of volume and the 11th largest in terms of value. It contributes 3.5% of the total drugs and medicines exported globally and about 20% of the global export of generic drugs. If these exports are in doubt, there will be all sorts of consequences for healthcare around the world, which will again feed to the global growth. Above all, in the current situation, India produces 70% of the world's vaccine. Serum Institute of India, that is SII, has been given the right to produce the AstraZeneca vaccine for 64 low-income countries in the WHO's COVAX program, as well as 5 million doses designed for the UK. Even in the serious economic downturns and recessions, some companies are able to gain advantage. In the past four downturns, 14% of large companies increased both their sales growth rate and their EBIT margin. A shock like the COVID-19 pandemic can produce lasting change in customer behavior. To survive and thrive in a crisis, begin by examining how people are spending their time and money. Challenge traditional ideas and use data to actively seek out anomalies and surprises. Next, adjust our business model to reflect behavioral changes considering what the new trend might mean for how you create and deliver value, whom you need to partner with, and who your customers should be. Finally, put your money where you analysis takes you and be prepared to make more aggressive and dynamic investments. Against this kind of discouraging how we can promote entrepreneurship and overcome the crisis is the main concern of all. This webinar is intended to guide our students about the new possibilities and the plans to overcome the crisis and promote the entrepreneurship in our country. Today we have with us some eminent speakers. They will explore our knowledge and concepts regarding understanding entrepreneurship against new realities. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Ruja Bhuman to continue with the program. Over to you, Ms. Ruja Bhuman.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a beautiful start of this program. Let me request Dr. Praveen Joshi, sir, the Director, Entrepreneurship Business, please present a welcome note. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. I welcome my brother Rajesh from Guwahati. I am thankful to him that he has accepted the invitation without any hitch or hesitation. My friend Gurpreet, my friend Dipesh, and Dr. Priya Agrawal, the organizers of the program, and dear students. The world is suffering a lot. The humanity is suffering a lot. And it has affected every period of life. Not a single period of life has remained unaffected because of the spread of COVID-19. We are living under tremendous circumstances and overcoming them has really become very difficult. But that does not mean that we should feel defeated, frustrated, disappointed, or disheartened. This is life. And such bad patches are likely to be there. Man has always stood all kinds of epidemics, pandemics, earthquakes, floods, and whatever natural calamities they occurred in last 300 years. Man is capable of handling every kind of situation, though sometimes it takes a little more time. This is not the time to use our heart, to get discouraged. This is the time to handle the situation very calmly, coolly, judiciously, and with patience. I think that the new generation feels very frustrated simply because they feel that they have no opportunities remain for their future. Their career is devastated. No, it's not like that. This new generation should not only think of getting government jobs or jobs in private sector. They should think of standing on their own legs. They can be very good entrepreneurs. There are many avenues available to them. Even in these days also, I have seen many of my students whose families are suffering from COVID or whose economy has been badly down. They have started some kind of venture, online, offline, selling certain things. One of my students who started a small place to take events to the COVID affected people. Now he has offered employment to about 300 people. And every day around say 10,000 tickets are prepared and sent to various locations in Nagpur and Nagpur district. He has given the kit to his people. He has delivery points. He has cooks. He has manager. He has administrators. He has accountants. I mean, earlier he was on the road, but then he started this venture, and now imagine he has become a kind of entrepreneur. What we require is the application of your imagination, your innovativeness, and I think together we should do it. So my suggestion would be that instead of running after government jobs and private sector jobs, it's better that you stand on your own legs and enter the field of entrepreneurship. There is a lot of scope. I don't want to say more because we are experts from those fields and they will guide you in the better manner. I once again welcome Rajesh, Gurmeet, Bhumika, and Dipesh, and all the students who have joined this program. I am sure with the guidance and enlightenment from my eminent speakers who are going to have immense benefit. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Over to Bhumika.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a pleasing welcome note. I also would like to thank you for your continuous guidance and giving us an opportunity to organize this webinar. Now let me have the privilege to introduce our today's chief guest, Sri Rajesh Kumar Joshi. He is a prominent entrepreneur and business tycoon in Guwahati, Assam. Besides being a man of great business adventure, he is a well-known writer, poet, critic, political and social thinker, and a blogger. His writings cover very important areas and topics from all walks of life. He is a very active member of Indian National Congress Party and believes in politics with high ideology. He is a great linguist who knows many languages like English, Hindi, Punjabi, Bhojpuri, Bengali, and Assami. He had his education at DHS Secondary College, Digrugarh, Assam. It's really an honor to have you here today with us, sir. Now, I welcome Sri Rajesh Kumar Joshi to please enlighten us with your talk. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm honored. First of all, I thank all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all. Professor Monica Sarwaji, Sardar Mohit Singh ji, Deepak Goyal and my elder brother, Pradeep Joshi ji. I thank you all and I welcome you all to this wonderful session. The topic is very relevant. Understanding entrepreneurship against new realities. New realities, COVID pandemic is challenge not only to us, India, Asia, or the world. It is a challenge for the humanity. So I'll come to the topic straight away. What is entrepreneurship? There is a basic difference between opportunism and entrepreneurship. Because in the pandemic, we have been closely monitoring the functioning of the society. And we have seen great opportunities. Like people are having medicine, people are having oxygen, cylinders, and everything else. Is this entrepreneurship? No. This is not an entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is very, very different from opportunity. That is very categorically. I must put the one example. What is the major difference between an entrepreneur and a normal business? Number one, he should have vision. An entrepreneur will always be a vision. Number two, he must be passionate about it. You may have a vision, but when you are passionate enough, it is very important. Number three, an entrepreneur will have to motivate people. He or she is mostly self-motivated. Then, the most important, he has to have the appetite to take risks. Because finance will be important. Then, there must be creativity. Because he will think out of the box. Then, mostly, most importantly, he or she has to have the confidence. Because without confidence, all these things will undone. So, I will not, try to lecture our students and our participants when we are, much senior and very experienced people. So, I am lecturing the students. The students might get challenged. I will talk from an experience. I will not try to quote from a book. The best example is now we are saying that oxygen is a scarce commodity. People are dying and we are not able to provide oxygen. So this could be an area where we can go and start our own plant. But again, the beginning of the question. This is a situation where the country is India, which can produce oxygen. But if the pandemic situation is not there, whether it will be a viable solution. So that is the question which I am about. And unfortunately, we will try to put a small line, sell oxygen on the premium rate for a few months, and then vanish. Take money and go away. We call the people, fly by the night, they are not entrepreneurship is when you take the risk, the risk is very good. You have to take the risk. And you have confidence in yourself. And the whole idea is to not only make money, but it has to contribute to the wealth of the society in making wealth for oneself, which is very understood and which is well done. It has to sustain for a period of time. And if we can go back and see back, if we can go back and see, entrepreneurs have transformed themselves into corporate houses later. But when they started as a head. You can take examples of Mark Zuckerberg, you can take the example of Steve Jobs, you can take the example of. So I don't want to create much anything in it. But they started as a group. They provided you or provided us a platform. Facebook does not sell it. But without a Facebook, today in this pandemic, Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, these are platforms where we are not only engaging ourselves intellectually or entertainment, but we are doing business. So the real challenge is to convert an opportunity or convert a problem into a business. It should not make of opportunities. I am stressing on that. It is very important because in this pandemic, our Gurdwaras are doing out of the box because London was a critical part of Gurdwara. So they were always offering London to all the pilgrims, all the people who were visiting Gurdwara. And they were offering London to every reason. But in this time of crisis, they rose to the challenge and we are providing London to everyone. But this is not a solution. So if someone tries to, so we have to understand that there will be humanity, there will be purpose, and there are very big problems. So we must not go and enter into such kind of services and try to build business out of it. We have to think out of it. So serving humanity is a different proposition. And a businessman is not trying to wealth creation. For example, I will give you another way. Suppose there is a grand challenge. In North East, we have so much of opportunity. There are forests, dense forests, great forests, but we are yet to put them on the tourist map. There is it because there is a man sitting with an isolated village. If he has a entrepreneurship skill, he can make the village he can make the air, he can use solar energy, he can, give, offer services of local cuisine, he can put a small hut, he can invite tourists can stay there in a safe environment, and he can make money out of it. And the village is also strong. So out of the box thinking is very important for any person. So it has been a very interesting time talking to all of you and the panelists, the intellectuals and the entrepreneurs, Qatar, Publicity, Katriyal, and so I'm sure that you all will carry forward this program and due to paucity of time, I will be disconnecting and I will be signing off. But let me tell you, it was a very broad opportunity and opportunity by a brother Pralam to you and thank you so much. And I am grateful to to all the organizers for giving me an opportunity to open my heart and mind. And Rutujati, thank you so much. Please carry forward. And I will take your permission and I will be signing off. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Anytime what we are already here to help, to cooperate at your service. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a mesmerizing and informative speech. Sir has beautifully explained us the qualities that an entrepreneur should have. That an entrepreneur should be a motivator, a risk taker, confident, and even should be passionate. The difference between an entrepreneur and an opportunist was whereas in any act, entrepreneur have a vital role and sometimes also right by explaining entrepreneurship with various examples related to present context. Once again, thank you so much, sir. We are blessed and we are getting an opportunity to explore our knowledge under the guidance of the expert like you. We owe you a special vote of thanks for being here despite of your heavy schedule. We would surely love to listen to you in future. Now let me have the privilege to introduce our eminent guest speaker, Dr. Bhumika Agrawal, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Humanities, Priyadharshini College of Engineering and Technology. Her educational qualification comprises of PhD, MA in English Literature, BA and BS. She is having 21 years of teaching experience. She has been nominated as an interlocutor, aviation English language expert, and aviation English trainer for air traffic controllers of Airport Authority of India since 2016, and as the CES preliminary examiner for Cambridge University Press since 2019. Her paper entitled Vocabulary Improvement and Growth was lectured as Best Member of the Conference at English Language Teachers Association of India Conference organized by Institute Vignani College, Nagpur. She has earned Sharon in vocal music and harmonium. Besides this, she has compared for the Dystamatic Life Alpha Jatikar International Children's Singer to cover music India and India. I heartily welcome you, ma'am. We are pleased to have you here with us. Now I request Dr. Bhumika Agrawal, ma'am, please enjoy it. Open to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pooja ma'am, for introducing me to such a big audience. First of all, before I start my session, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart to Dr. Praveen Joshi, who has provided me this platform, and I could share this platform with so many big personalities like Dr. Rajesh Joshi, Gurmeet Singh ji, and Desh Goyal. So I am very fortunate today that I am sharing the platform with such big. So because I am the topic even is on entrepreneurial skills. Let me tell you, my dear students, friends, I have nothing, no relation of mine with an entrepreneur. Neither I am into business, nor I have ever done business, nor even there is a business in my family, nor in my parents' side, nor in in-laws' side. Because in my parents' home also everybody is involved in the job. Now also my brother, everybody is in job, and even in in-laws' side, everybody is in job. The only relationship can have the thing of me and business is that I am just a marvel. That's all. So now before I start my mission, I would like to share my screen. Ruja madam, just let me know whether I am clearly audible, visible, whether my screen is visible or not.
Yes, ma'am. The screen is good also.
Fine. Thank you so much. So let's start my session. First of all, as Rajesh has very pointed out, that we should not be an opportunist. An entrepreneur cannot be an opportunist because it is not like that we have to do the business just like fly-by operators. So here he rightly pointed out that we not be fly-by operators. That for one or two days we will come, we will see the opportunities, we will take maximum benefit of the opportunities, we will earn a lot of things, we will fill up our bags with money, and we will run away. So this is not the right path of an entrepreneur. This is not the right way to become an entrepreneur. Now, let me explain you what actually entrepreneurship is. How economists have defined entrepreneurship. So they say entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise along with any of its uncertainties in order to make a profit. Entrepreneur is an individual who, rather than working as an employee, finds and runs a small business, assuming all the risks and rewards of the venture. Now, in the beginning, when Priyadashini ma'am, she was giving introductory remark, she has mentioned this, that an entrepreneur, he has to enter into entrepreneurship along with risk as well as along with the rewards of the venture. So there are both the things, risk as well as rewards. So a person who is fearful, who does not want to take risk, not entrepreneur. It will never happen that without taking any risk, you will be rewarded with all the benefits of an business. So risk and rewards, both will come together in entrepreneurship. So an entrepreneur is also called as an agent who buys successful products at certain price in order to combine that into product with the view to selling it at uncertain price in future. Now let me tell you that since beginning, even Priyadashini ma'am, Ravi Joshi sir, and even Rajesh sir, everybody talked about the entrepreneurship during this Corona period. Yes, definitely. This Corona has taught us lot many lessons. So it's not that we are going to suffer because of such kind of pandemics, and then we will start finding out some solutions for this. It should be on the other side, it should be in the reverse. That we should find out such solutions so that we should be prepared for all days, 24/7, for any kind of problem, for any kind of pandemic. And friends, it is everybody's wish that whatever kind of problem comes in life, whatever pandemic is there, but my income, my standard of living, my earning, it should be inadequate. But my dear friends, it is not possible. It is not possible that the whole world is burning and still you will remain quiet and you become happy. No, your earning, your standard of living, it all depends on others also. Because we are not living in an isolated or completely autonomous economy. Because our economy depends on the world economy. My business depends on other business. My business depends, my economy depends on the country's economy. Because it's not that the businessman himself or herself is generating each and everything. That entrepreneur is procuring generating raw material. The same entrepreneur is making machinery. The same entrepreneur is manufacturing the product. And the same person is selling the product and marketing. The same person is consuming the product. It's not possible. We all are bounded between in large of earning source. So we need to depend on society. We cannot remain isolated. We are not completely autonomous economy. We do not have that autonomous economy. Our economy depends on n number of factors. So what should be done? So I believe that during these kinds of pandemics and any kind of problem, the solutions should be ready, and who can provide solutions for facing any kind of problem, it is entrepreneurs. So first of all, let us discuss what common skills should be there in almost every entrepreneur, and then we will discuss what extra skills nowadays entrepreneurs need. So let us discuss common characteristics features which every entrepreneur must possess. So the first thing is hard work. See, many people think that, to become an entrepreneur, that's wonderful. It means that I'm not answerable to anybody. No one will be my boss. I will be alone. I can take my own decisions. But my dear friends, again let me tell you that it's not like that. Don't think that entrepreneurship is that easy. Do not have this wrong notion that becoming an entrepreneur is no walk in the park. It's not that easy piece of cake. You need to work hard. And many times I have seen some people say, oh, he became entrepreneur because he was genius. If you are following one person for years and that's why he has become an entrepreneur, then actually you are insulting that person. Because a genius cannot be an entrepreneur unless and until he works hard. So hard work is the most essential component, the most essential skill which an entrepreneur must possess. Here in the bracket I have written the examples of renowned entrepreneurs. Hard work, Harishankar, he is known for his hard work. All of you must be knowing the name of Harishankar Sirania. His company's name is JJ Tire, JJ Cement. So it was his hard work. It's not like it was by birth, he was very rich. He started the business and he always believes, you can read his statements, he always believes that in the success of any businessman, entrepreneurship, 90% is persuasion and only 10% is inspiration. So if you are genius, if you have innovative mind, it's okay. But that is not only 10%. That is what only 10%. 90% success of your business, it depends on hard work and only hard work. There is no shortcut to success in business. Now second skill which every entrepreneur must possess is desire for achievement. You should have a burning desire, and Rajesh Sir has very rightly pointed out that you should have a vision, but at the same time you should have a passion for that access. That's why you should have a burning desire for any kind of achievement. So again you have heard about his name. Regards Bharti Airtel, all of you know about Airtel. So Bharti Airtel, Sunil Millar is the CEO of Bharti Airtel. So he started business with just ₹20,000. He used to run a repair shop, bicycle shop, where he used to do repairing and other kinds of works. But he was not successful in that business. He stopped that business and switched on to another business. He jumped to pharmaceutical industry. But there also he again couldn't succeed, and then he entered into the field of telecom sector. Then it was he who started first push button telephones in India, first fax machine in India, first cordless telephone in India, first answering machine in India, and now all of us are enjoying his Bharti Airtel telecommunication services. So it was his desire which could make him such a great entrepreneur. Then highly optimistic. See, I am in the beginning only I have told you that business is not an easy walk into a park. It's not so easy. You need to face lot many barriers, lot many problems, lot many ups and downs. And generally what an average human being, how does he react in adverse situation? Most of the times we give up. Because the moment we see failures, the moment we see n number of hurdles in our way to success, we stop, we give up. But a true entrepreneur, he never gives up. On the other hand, he remains optimistic. Come whatever problems be there, whether financial problems, technical problems, manpower problems, problems created by government and anybody. But a person, entrepreneur, he always remains optimistic. The best example here is of Ratan Tata. Now you just imagine Tata Industries started with Tata Steels, now Tata TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Docomo, Tata Sky, Tata Tea, Tata Salt. क्या नहीं है टाटा के पास आज? Which product Tata doesn't manufacture? That is a question. So he has ventured in n number
industries, the same industry can even manufacture salt. कहाँ steel industries और कहाँ salt? But yes, if you remain optimistic, you can जहाँ आप जाए वहाँ पे आप सोना निकाल सकते हो. So this is because you are optimistic. Tata automobiles, in automobile sector also, Tata is number one. So everywhere you become number one. But the thing is that you need to remain optimistic. Come whatever problems be there in the way to your success. Then fourth necessary skill which every entrepreneur should have is independence. Now all of us, we know Shehnaz Hussain, particularly girls, ladies, female faculties, you are all aware about Shehnaz Hussain's products, herbal products. So it was her determination. She fought alone. Nobody was there to cooperate in her family. But she became independent. No, I have to do, because it was her desire. She was a hard worker. She had a burning desire to achieve something. She always remained optimistic, and that's why she became independent. And then she started taking her own decisions. She became financially independent first, because it's very difficult for women entrepreneurs in India to become financially independent, because in our family nobody is ready to invest their property, their money to a women entrepreneur. Nor bankers, nor financial institutions, they become ready, because they have always a suspicious that whether this lady would be able to repay the money or not. And because of this doubt in their mind, even bankers, financial institutions, they hesitate to advance loans to female entrepreneurs. But Shehnaz Hussain, she proved everybody wrong, and she became independent. And now you know that her products are worldwide famous. In 21 different countries of the world, people are consuming her products, people are using her products, and everybody is happy after using her products. Then foresight. Yes, you should be visionary. आपको दूर तक का देखना है. आज क्या है? Don't think of that. But you have to think of what will be the future after 10 years. And to see the future after 10 years, you need to start working from today. So Narayan Murthy's example, you all know, he was associated with Infosys, बहुत बड़ी company, multinational company. So at that time when he was young, he opted computer science engineering, because at that time most of the students, they used to be either in civil engineering or mechanical engineering, but it was his father, he insisted that yes, you should take computer science as your subject for graduation. Many people, even his family members, they opposed. They thought, what is this foolish decision? But his father, they were knowing that the future, it is going to be of computer. And then it is we can say that indirectly he has also brought a revolution in computer field in India. Of course, Rajiv Gandhi should be called as the pioneer of bringing computer revolution in India. But again, even Narayan Murthy's role was a lion's share in making computers popularized in India, its use popularized in India. Then the next important skill which every entrepreneur must possess is good organizer. Because see, you know, I have seen so many people, they have lot many skills, but they are unable to use their skills properly if they become disorganized. And you will find so many people around you who are very disorganized. They start n number of things, but then they are unable to handle all those n number of things in proper way. Entire mismanagement. So you should be a good organizer. Because if you are not a good organizer, you are going to waste your energy, time, and of course money. And a good entrepreneur never waste a single penny, never waste a single second, never waste energy, and he uses the all factors of production in the best possible manner. So here I would like to give you the example of Kiran Majumdar's shop. who is CEO of Bicon Limited, the most famous pharmaceutical company. And soon they are even working on having medicines for treating corona. So research and development work is going on in biocon industries. So Kiran Majumdar Shah, she is also called as the queen of pharmaceutical companies. So because she could do all these things, the reason was she was a good organizer. In a very organized manner, she handled and took her business ahead, and now she has become a world famous personality. Then innovating. In the beginning only Rajesh sir talked about innovation. Yes, an entrepreneur must be an innovative. It is not that you are just continuing your family business. When you are a businessman, then you cannot be called an entrepreneur. Because what is the basic difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur gives a new dimension to the existing business. That new thing must be there. So either you may bring innovation in your manufacturing process, maybe innovation in using your raw materials in different ways, maybe innovation in marketing, or maybe innovation in infrastructure, innovation in your hierarchical organization. Innovation must be there. So here I would like to quote the example of Dhirubhai Ambani. So you all know about Anil Ambani, but Dhirubhai Ambani, his father, he started the business with textile industry. So at that time in India, many people, they used to be in the business of weaving. And because of entry of British Empire, and they destroyed India's weavers, because they used to take raw material from India, and then in Manchester they used to manufacture the product, and then that cheap product they used to sell in India. So Indian manufacturers, Indian weavers, they were in great loss. And then on the other hand, government policies were biased because it was British rule. So at that time, Dhirubhai Ambani, India had got independence. Then after independence also, India could not give justice to the weavers, to the manufacturers of clothes. Then Dhirubhai Ambani, he collected the materials, the products manufactured by these small weavers who used to work on small looms. He collected their products, he processed that product in a proper way, marketed, and then under his brand image, brand name, he sold the product. And you all are aware about Reliance Industries, started by this Dhirubhai Ambani. So it was his innovative mind. He didn't make any new product, but the way he collected the product, his innovation was in processing the things, in marketing the things, in selling the things. It's not that he innovated a new product, and the rest is history. It is considered that Ambani brothers, they are considered to be the Asia's richest businessman. So this is innovation. Then perseverance. Perseverance means do not give up. फेल हो गए, फिर से उठो, फिर से चलो, फिर से कोशिश करो, फिर गिर गए, फिर से कोशिश करो. You have to keep on doing. So here I would like to give you the example of young entrepreneurs, Sachin and Vini Bansal. Can anyone of you tell me these two brothers, they are associated with which business, which entrepreneurship? Any idea? Anybody? Students, be smart. इतनी देर में तो आप इंटरनेट पे देख के मुझे बता सकते थे. So Sachin and Vinny Bansal, they started Flipkart. It is their business on a Flipkart. So both these brothers, actually, how they started the business? They used to deliver books, home delivery of books to customers. The customers used to give order for books, and then both these brothers, they used to deliver books to different houses, to different homes. So home delivery was there of books, and from there they got the idea that if everything can be done through online and people will get everything whatever they want at their doorsteps. They will just order, they will get the booking, they will pay, and they will get the material at their doorstep. They need not have to go to the market. So Flipkart started by Sachin and Vinny Vincent. Even Bhavish Agrawal, he started Ola. So these are just because of perseverance. Perseverance. And do you feel that Sachin and Vinny Vincent, their journey would have been very easy? Certainly not. Certainly not. At 100 times they thought of giving up. But perseverance. They continuously perceive the things. No, we have to do. We need to become successful. And now everybody of us, we purchase products through Flipkarts. In everybody's mobile, I believe Flipkart app must be there. Okay, and then last entrepreneur skill which I feel that every entrepreneur should have is team spirit. See, you cannot do any kind of entrepreneurship alone. You need to work in team. So Henry Ford, he always used to believe in teamwork. He used to say that it's not that I am doing the work. It's not that under me, my fellow colleagues are doing the work. He used to say that they are not working under me, but they are working with me. Though he was the boss, he used to pay to other people, but what was his ideology? That my employees never work under me, but they work with me. So with team spirit, you all know about Henry Ford, Ford Motor Cars company's owner. So in this way, these 9 characteristics, they are common characteristics which every entrepreneur should possess. Now here I have taken 9 names with different names of the entrepreneurs. It does not mean that Henry Ford had only team spirit in him and he was not innovative, he was not good organizer. No, all these 9 characteristics were there in all these 9 entrepreneurs. Now, today's entrepreneurs require, because our topic is entrepreneur skills against new realities. तो ये चीजें तो ये 9 चीजें तो बेसिक होनी ही चाहिए. But if you want to beat the competitors, if you want to remain in competition in today's world, then you have to be little bit different. So what is the need of today's entrepreneurs? Let us discuss a little bit. Now here Clarence Bernhoff, he has classified entrepreneurs into these 4 categories. One is innovative, second is imitative, third is Fabian and drone entrepreneur. Now innovative entrepreneur means only that entrepreneur will serve nowadays, will survive only if he is innovative. If only innovative entrepreneurs can survive. And that's why nowadays many entrepreneurs, they are thinking of something new. How something new I can innovate so that I can become a successful entrepreneur. So if you have innovative mind, if you have creative mind, of course, success will be yours. So first is either you should be innovative entrepreneur. But friends, don't you think that everybody cannot be innovative? सबका दिमाग तो क्रिएटिव नहीं हो सकता है. आपके पास बाकी की स्किल्स है, बट यू कैन नॉट बी इनोवेटिव. आपके पास कुछ नई आइडिया नहीं है, तो इट्स ओके. इवन इफ यू आर नॉट इनोवेटिव, एटलीस्ट यू शुड बी इमिटेटिव. आप एटलीस्ट इमिटेट तो करो, आप नकल तो करो किसी और की. सो यू सी, आप लोग अभी IPL मैचेस देखते होंगे. सो ड्रीम 11, that's a kind of game, online game. You can make a team of cricket players and then you can play Dream 11. So the person who must have started this Dream 11, we can call that entrepreneur as an innovative entrepreneur. But there are some others like MTL, Game Z. MTL and Game Z, it is just like Dream 11, but little bit different. So what these people, the CEOs of MTL and Game Z, what they have done, they imitated Dream 11's concept. उन्होंने imitate किया. Dream app, आपने देखा है Dream app, imitated Paytm. So many people, like even I would like to give you the example of Whitejat. Whitejat, they have imitated Byju's, because Byju learning app they got innovative. They got the idea, yes, we can start a learning app where all students right from KG to PG learn through this wonderful learning app. So seeing the success of Baiju, even Baija has started another learning app. So this is imitative entrepreneur. If you are not innovative, at least try to imitate it. But there are certain people, नहीं हम नया तो हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, हम किसी की नकल भी नहीं करेंगे. They are called as Fabian entrepreneurs. Fabian entrepreneurs, neither they are innovative, nor they want to imitate the successful people. They do not want to change at all. Fabian क्या करते? हम हमारे इसमें कोई change नहीं लाएंगे. कुछ भी हो जाए. But it's not like that. You must be flexible because every day technology changes, every day market changes, every day government's policies changes, every day taste of the consumers change. So accordingly, every day geographical conditions change, and you know now see the change of Corona. Nobody had thought that such kind of pandemic is going to harm the people, the world in such a devastating manner. Nobody had thought. But you know, friends, now onwards, such kind of biological weapons to destroy countries, to destroy the economy of the countries, it is going to come. आज कोरोना आया, 4 साल बाद कुछ और आएगा. Because now every country has understood that there is no meaning in having more and more nuclear weapons. Because every country is manufacturing nuclear weapons. Every country is ready with nuclear weapons. So there is no meaning in fighting with nuclear weapons. So that's why some countries, they have started making biological weapons. And Corona is one of them. So we need to, what I want to say here is that you need to be flexible. An entrepreneur must be flexible. You cannot say, अरे यार नई टेक्नोलॉजी, हम तो पुराने लोग हैं, हम कहाँ नई टेक्नोलॉजी सीखेंगे. You will have to, because things have changed. You cannot rely on the old raw materials which you used to consume, which you used to procure for manufacturing your products. Because nowadays the raw materials must have been replaced by new raw materials which are quite cheaper, which are more reliable, which are more qualitative. So what is the meaning of Fabian entrepreneurs? Fabian entrepreneurs neither innovate something new, nor they are ready to imitate others, and even but when they change, वो कब चेंज करते हैं? जब उनको लगता है कि बस अब हो गया. अगर अब मैंने चेंज नहीं किया, so tomorrow I will have to lock my business. कल मेरे दुकान में, मेरे बिजनेस को, मेरे कंपनी को, मेरे प्लांट को ताला लग जाएगा. तब वो चेंज होते हैं. And here I would like to give you the example of Nokia. You remember Nokia by 1990? Nokia was at the peak. आप किसी से भी पूछ लीजिए, आपके पेरेंट्स, everybody's parent, today right now 100 participants are there in this Google Meet. Ask your parents. I believe everybody's parents must have used Nokia mobile. Because in 1990, Nokia had captured the market of the entire world. Everybody used to use Nokia mobile. लेकिन आजकल के बच्चे तो Nokia का नाम भी नहीं जानते. What happened? The thing is that new technology came, Android technology came, Google and Apple, they came and they gave tough fight to Nokia. But Nokia was not ready to change. Nokia didn't change. They were not ready to adopt Android technology. They did not innovate something new. They were not ready to imitate. हम तो चेंज नहीं होंगे. हमारी जो फिलोसफी हम वही रखेंगे. हम स्मार्टफोन्स नहीं बनाएंगे. हम लोग फीचर फोन्स बनाएंगे. हमारा फोन स्मार्ट कभी नहीं रहेगा, वो फीचर फोन रहेगा. But then you need to change, यार. You cannot be the same throughout your life till your last breath. You cannot be the same. You need to change. और आपको पता है डार्विन्स थ्योरी, सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट. You need to bring necessary changes as per the demands. as per the outside situation, as per the conditions. So Fabian entrepreneurs, Nokia can be called as Fabian entrepreneurs. बहुत दिनों तक वो चेंज नहीं हुए. 20 साल के बाद जब सारी बड़ी कंपनियां आगे आ गई, वोडाफोन, एयर, सारे लोग आगे आ गए, एंड देन नोकिया थॉट कि नहीं, अब हमको भी मुझे भी आगे आना है. एंड देन नोकिया को अब नोकिया ने क्या किया, नाउ दे हैव स्टार्टेड एडॉप्टिंग एंड्रॉइड टेक्नोलॉजी. तो अब दिस इज फेबियन. मतलब फेबियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स क्या करते हैं, जब एकदम अभी पानी एकदम सर से ऊपर चला जाता है, then they start trying to swim. But till then, I need not learn swimming. I need not have to learn swimming. अरे मेरे पास तो पानी आएगा ही. So they are always in some kind of wrong notion that no, I need not have to learn swimming. But then suddenly flood comes and then you need to learn swimming. तो जब पानी सिर से ऊपर चला जाता है तब ये फेबियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हाथ पांव मारते हैं एंड देन दे अगेन स्टार्ट राइट फ्रॉम स्क्रैच और फिर वो लोग अपना फिर से मुकाम हासिल कर लेते. तो अभी नोकिया धीरे धीरे फिर से ऊपर आ रहा है. और एक लास्ट टाइप के भी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है, ड्रोन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. मर जाऊंगा लेकिन चेंज नहीं होगा. दीज आर कॉल्ड एज ड्रोन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. फेबियन एटलीस्ट कुछ समय के बाद उसके गलती ध्यान में आती है एंड देन ही स्टार्ट्स चेंजिंग हिमसेल्फ. बट ड्रोन, आई विल गिव अप, आई विल डाई, आई विल नॉट चेंज. These are drone entrepreneurs, and the example of drone entrepreneurs is HMT watches. HMT. Again, you can ask your parents, grandparents को पूछा आपके पास कौन सी घड़ी थी. The answer will be HMT. आपके पास कौन सी स्कूटर थी? The answer is बजाज स्कूटर. बट बजाज ने भी बहुत समय लिया अपने आप को चेंज करने के लिए. बजाज स्कूटर एकदम पीक पे थे. आपको पता है, people used to wait for 6 months. 6 months waiting period was there to have Bajaj scooter, and people used to distribute sweets. जब उनके घर में स्कूटर आ जाती, yes, I got this scooter, and people used to distribute sweets. But then what happened? Even Bajaj did not accept the new technology. दुनिया में और जापान, साउथ कोरिया, these people वो आगे चले गए. But Bajaj, हमारी जो टेक्नोलॉजी उसमें, but then they realized their mistakes, and after that they changed. And then they changed into 3-wheelers. ऑटो रिक्शा में उन्होंने जबरदस्त कमाल कर दिया. So they Bajaj can be called as Fabian entrepreneurs. But HMT watches, they are drone entrepreneurs. And now HMT watches, they have stopped their manufacturing. So now why I was telling you all these things. So you need to be either innovative entrepreneurs or creative. You cannot afford to be a Fabian or drone entrepreneurs. That is the need of the hour. Either you should be innovative, or if you are not innovative, at least be imitative. Now, let me tell you what is creativity and innovation. Just now I told you that you need to be an innovative entrepreneur. So what is then creativity? What is an innovation? So creativity means the ability to create new ideas. Something new should come to your mind. अरे यार, लर्निंग ऐप ही क्यों नहीं निकाले घर बैठे. मतलब टीचर को पढ़ाने की जरूरत नहीं, ऑटोमेटिकली वो ऐप में सब कुछ आ जाएगा. स्टूडेंट्स विल जस्ट सी इट. वंडरफुल, कितना अच्छा है. ये सारी चीज़ें ऐसी होती है कि आपके दिमाग में कुछ आइडिया आई कि चलो हम लोग ये करते हैं, और ऐसा करने से people will love to purchase our products. So creative person, they have new ideas, new solutions to the existing problems. Creative people pay attention to their world, see things differently, or their perception is totally different. They challenge assumptions, take risks, and generate multiple solutions to problems. So all of you know about the vaccines. So these vaccines, they are these vaccines could be created by creative people. They got this solution how this coronavirus can be done, how we can fight against this coronavirus. So creativity is there. But what is the difference between creativity and innovation? So creativity means just to have a new idea, but to bring that new idea into reality, that is innovation. So innovation is the process of translating the creative idea or invention into a good or service that creates value and for which customers will pay. If only idea would have come to some scientist's mind, yes, if we develop this kind of pathogens, if we create this kind of antibodies in the body of the people, then those antibodies can fight with coronavirus. अगर आपके दिमाग में सिर्फ आइडिया है, so that is only creativity, but you need to translate that creativity into innovation. Okay, so business innovation may be in an organization process for introducing new ideas, workflows, methodologies, service or products. So see here, creativity means thinking new things, innovation means doing new things. Then what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is creating value in the marketplace of that innovated thing. So you can say that creativity plus innovation is entrepreneurship. So it is Serum Institute, it is biotech institutes that they created value in the marketplace of their product. So creativity plus innovation makes entrepreneurship. So if you want to become a successful entrepreneur in today's world, you need to be creative. You need to convert that creative ideas into innovation. Now, entrepreneur skills which nowadays required against these new realities. So I believe that before venturing down on the road of entrepreneurship, one must always keep in mind the following misleading assumption. What when someone nowadays, when somebody wants to start a business, somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, for what purpose they want to become entrepreneur? अरे मेरा कोई boss नहीं रहेगा, अपन ही boss रहेंगे. I will be my own master. I will not be answerable to anybody. अगर आप इस विचार से entrepreneurship शुरू कर रहे हैं, so sorry, stop that. You cannot become an entrepreneur. Never think that you are not answerable to anybody. Never think that you need not have to report to anybody. Don't think that there are no bosses. Remember, you need to answer your customers. You need to answer your suppliers, vendors, bankers, government, competitors, rivals, distributors. Answer so many people. So never think that if I want to become an entrepreneur, मैं किसी के नीचे काम नहीं कर सकता. No, you have to work under so many. हाँ, आप जॉब में एक बॉस डिफरेंट होता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे भी आप आंसरेबल है. जॉब में तो क्या है, your boss is only a boss from 10 to 5. Rest of the time you are free. But here you need to answer 24/7 to some or the other person with whom you are doing the business. Then second misleading assumption which most of the new entrepreneurs they nurse in their mind is that no fixed working hours. कि चलो यार मेरे को अगर आज 2 घंटे काम करना है तो मैं 2 ही घंटे काम करूँगा. I am an entrepreneur. I am not answerable to my boss. मेरा बॉस बोल नहीं सकता नहीं तुमको तो 10 से 5 या 9 से 6 काम करना है. No, today I don't want to work, so I will not work. It's not like that. Again, an entrepreneur works 24/7. All of you are all from Nagpur and everybody is aware about Haldiram. Haldiram. See, before 5 years I had heard one interview of Haldiram in Vasudha Deshpande Hall. So what he was saying, the owner of Haldiram, that I sleep hardly for 3 to 4 hours. Almost for 20 to 21 hours I work. फिर किसी ने पूछा, so doesn't it affect your health? तो वो बोले कि नहीं, क्योंकि मेरा काम ही मेरा आराम. When I work, I feel relaxed. ये जज्बा होना चाहिए कि when you are working, you feel relaxed. So no fixed working hour. Never think that मैं business इसलिए करूँगा या मुझे पूरे दिन काम नहीं करना है. मुझे कभी कभी तो मैं 3 4-4 दिन आराम करूँगा. No, no, no. You have to work 24/7. So remove this misconception that there will be no fixed hours. On the other hand, you have to work all the time. Then the third misleading assumption, which again most of the new entrepreneurs they nurse, is that my idea is the best. देखा मेरे दिमाग में क्या आइडिया है, मेरा आइडिया तो बेस्ट है. But okay, your idea could be best today, but tomorrow your idea will become old because every second, every day, new things are coming in the market. Every day something is changing. कहीं पे मार्केट चेंज हो रहा है, कहीं पर गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज चेंज हो रही, कहीं पर लोगों का टेस्ट चेंज हो रहा है, कहीं पर ज्योग्राफिकल कंडीशंस चेंज हो रही है. सो हर रोज कुछ न कुछ नया आ रहा है. So it's okay, your idea could be best, but that your idea is based today. It will not remain based for longer period of time. Don't think that my idea, वो तो अभी 40 साल तक मुझे कोई बीट नहीं कर सकता. No, no, no. Today you are at the top, tomorrow you can be at the bottom. I have given you so many examples. Bajaj Scooters, HMT, Nokia. Don't think that your idea is the best forever. Remember, most of the businesses, they have ephemeral life. Ephemeral life means temporary life. Very few businesses, they run for a longer period of time. Hardly a businessman can say that not for more than 5 to 10 years his business can be at the peak. 10 साल के ऊपर जनरली businesses peak पर नहीं रहते. क्यों? क्योंकि within those 10 years somebody else comes to overcome you, and you will have to give up before that new person, before that new product, before that new technology, before that new strategy. And therefore, please do not grudge this wrong idea in your mind. Don't have this wrong idea in your mind that your product is going to be the best, your idea is going to be the best. Today it is your best, but again think that tomorrow also you need to have another best idea. तो हर रोज आपको बेस्ट आइडिया की दिमाग में लानी. ऐसा नहीं कि एक बार आ गई तो फॉर द होल लाइफ आई विल सिट डूइंग नथिंग. एंड देन लास्ट wrong assumption which many people have in their mind is entrepreneurship is the quick way to become rich. No, it's not a quick way. You have to struggle a lot. You need to cross n number of hurdles, of which 90% hurdles you may not be aware of. 10% आपको पता है मुश्किलें आती है टेक्नोलॉजी में, फाइनेंस में, बट 90% मुश्किलें तो ऐसी आएंगी जिसकी आपने कल्पना भी नहीं की. एंड वंस यू बिकम सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर, money it will automatically come. Don't worry about money. Don't worry that you are going to become rich. If your idea becomes successful, you are going to become rich. So don't go after money. Money will automatically come. You go for the best. You run for the solutions which you are going to face. So you give your best, try, put your 100% in your business. Money is its byproduct. Remember, money is the byproduct of your success. Once you are successful in becoming a great businessman, automatically fame, money, name, they are going to automatically come. So all the new entrepreneurs must bear these 4 things in mind. Okay? Now, one last thing which I want to share here is that now again, even government will support nowadays only to those entrepreneurs who can create employment. अगर आपको खुद ही 3-4 लोगों ने मिलकर कुछ नया काम किया है, so probably you may not get that much of assistance, cooperation from the government which you expect. But government and even other people, they will help you, they will assist you, they will guide you if you have the ability to create employment. Because government wants to encourage those entrepreneurs who could generate employment opportunities for a number of people. Because see, government alone cannot generate employment for people. और अभी तो पीपीपी पे चल रहा है, पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप पे सब कुछ चल रहा है. So government wants that private partners, they should come into the field, they should come in the mainstream. So those entrepreneurs will be given encouragement, all kinds of assistance, whether it is technical, financial, everything. But the condition is that you should create employment. Be innovative. I have already explained you that your product must be innovative, then only you will be able to survive. Third is your product should have an impact. Impact, positive impact on society and community development. आपका प्रोडक्ट का पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट हो ना ऑन सोसाइटी, then only you will be able to survive. If your product will have negative impact, it is not going to survive, I tell you. So positive impact should be there on society and community development, then definitely you can become a successful entrepreneur. Then your product, your entrepreneurship must guarantee that it is going to increase, improve standard of living of the people. Because if you are going to give employment opportunities to lot many people, naturally they will have more money in their hand. More money means more purchasing. More purchasing means good economy. Because it is said that the more the money revolves, better is the economy. And the standard of living can be improved because you are generating employment, you are creating positive impact on society. Naturally, people's standard of living will automatically improve. And then the last is support research and development. So definitely R&D, your R&D team should be very strong. Your R&D department should have should be very powerful. They should be very effectively. All the people in your R&D department must work day and night because you have to become innovative. Today you are innovative. Tomorrow also you need to be innovative. Okay. Now here I would like to share one more last paper cutting with you. It's just before 3 days. Just before 3 days, this has come in Dainik Bhaskar, and what here it has been mentioned that yes, if I will see, can you see here 40 medical innovation जो उम्र बढ़ाई. So great here. Now here see, I have read it very carefully, but here see the 8 number innovation. Because during Corona, so many pharmaceutical companies, they have tried n number of trials and number of experiments to fight against this Corona, either in the form of vaccine, either in the form of medicines, and n number of things. So while doing research and development, कुछ companies ने बहुत ज़्यादा research किया, though they could not make vaccine, though they could not make medicines to fight Corona, but during their research work, during their experimentation, they found something new. And now these pharmaceutical companies, they are going to venture into new fields. वो कुछ और नया बनाएंगे क्योंकि अभी एक्सपेरिमेंट करते थे तो उनको बहुत सारी नई चीजें मिली. So see here, एक कार में ब्रेथलाइजर, हर कार में ब्रेथलाइजर होगा. Means if you are drunk, if you have consumed alcohol, your car won't start. See, कितना बढ़िया ये innovation है. Your car won't start if you have consumed alcohol. Wonderful. हो सकता है कुछ दिन के बाद ऐसा भी आ जाएगा कि if you are infected with corona, neither your two-wheeler will start nor your four-wheeler will start. So there is no question of lockdown. People won't be able to roam around. क्योंकि हम घूमते क्यों हैं? Because we have vehicles with us. So if you are infected with any kind of disease and you are not allowed to roam around, your vehicle will not start. The moment you will sit, your vehicle will not start. So these kinds of innovations, they are going to be there in future. So if somebody wants to become great entrepreneur, successful entrepreneurs, these are the various ways where you can try your hand. Okay. So that's all from my side. Thank you all of you. If you have any queries, any doubts, anything you want to express from your side, first time. Thank you all of you. Yes, Shivani ma'am, I'm done with my session. Yes, Pooja ma'am.
Wow, what an engaging session it was. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a beautiful address. I would like to mention few points ma'am has wonderfully dwelt upon. An entrepreneur should think that his business, the standard of living depends on others, as well which shows that they are interdependent. They cannot face being an isolated one. All the nine characteristics of successful entrepreneurs, types of entrepreneurs with various examples, and then the meaning, creativity, and innovation was also explained in a very lucid manner. The fact revealing point was the misleading assumptions that one should keep in mind while entering into the entrepreneurship. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a pleasure listening to you. No doubt, our students might have gathered a lot out of it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Bhumika, wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Even I enjoyed delivering the session.
Lot of
Thanks.
hard work and dedication. I understand.
Thank you, sir. I am highly grateful to you, sir, that you have given me such a nice platform where because even I studied a lot because I have delivered a session. So actually I studied a lot. So even I enjoyed preparing my presentation. Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let me have the privilege to invite and introduce our next guest speaker, Sardar Gurmeet Singh Rajkot. He is one of the most prominent entrepreneur and renowned businessman of the city. He has been in the business of transport and logistics for the last 3 decades. Although he is a businessman, he has a profound inclination towards the field of education. A well-qualified and well-cultured Sardar Gurmeet Singh has his own philosophy about education, which is based more on pragmatic approach than theoretical one. He is a man of highly practical ideas and great innovative and revolutionary mind. He does not want to keep up a beaten path, rather, he wants to invent a new path for him, may it be the field of business or entrepreneurship. A very important member of a very renowned Gompana club of Nagpur, Sardar Gurmeet Singh, has introduced many innovative ideas in the functioning of the club, which consists of many prominent business tycoons of the city. It is a matter of great luck that today we have Sardar Gurmeet Singh Rajkot with us to address our students on understanding entrepreneurship against new realities. I now request Sardar Gurmeet Singh ji to begin with his address. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Good afternoon or rather good morning, everybody. I am very much honored that I am invited on this webinar by my dear friend, Dr. Praveen Joshi, who is the director of Prerna College of Commerce. I am very happy to be here. I am here to speak on the topic of understanding entrepreneurship against new realities. I know times are difficult because of COVID-19. I am especially addressing to the students because from my experiences, they should be benefited whatever experiences I had in my life. I want the students to actually take some tips from me, my experiences, my all other things which I know, experience in life. You should never learn the process of, stop the process of learning because it puts you, it will hampers your growth. I am telling you that, to be an entrepreneur first, you have to be a businessman. And I will tell you, where practically a story which I'm a very keen observer. I'm staying in an area very close to a very famous Sadar Bazaar. Sadar Bazaar, everybody knows, almost everybody knows in Nagpur where Sadar Bazaar is. So here I'm actually elaborating my point that become a businessman first, and then with your vision and all, you can become an entrepreneur. There are several shops there which are running the garment business from so many years, and they, many of them are contented and satisfied with what they are doing, and they don't want to come out of the comfort zone. They have just satisfied with the earnings and sales. Then there's one more group who's got a chain of super bazaars in Nagpur, currency cloth center. They also started their business from a very small shop in Southern, but they were visionaries. They were not satisfied with the business, what they were doing. So they converted their present shops into 4 floor super bazaar. And with that particular idea and innovation, they, 5 times more they had that turnover. And the other persons, they were just, happy doing whatever they were, being in a very comfort zone. 5 times more turnover means they multiplied that profit also 5 times more. But the owners didn't stop there. They again expanded their super bazaars to other commercial places. One of them is Stabadi. They have a very big super bazaar in Stabadi. So here I'm expressing my views that what the difference is there. Become a businessman first, but if you don't have a vision, you cannot become an entrepreneur. The Rachi group, they had vision. They lived behind all the shopkeepers. They went ahead, and they are the leaders in the garment shop. Now they have come into manufacturing also. So this is what I think that converts you from being a businessman to a successful entrepreneur. But let me tell you a very strong story where I will tell you the self-belief does a lot for you. There is a story behind that. There are 2 boys of village. One is, aged 60 years, and the other is aged 10 years. They used to go to the school together. One fine day, they got bored from their activity, and they thought of marching the school. So 2 of them, they bunk their school and go to 25 days just to have a nice time. Then unfortunately there was a well. So while playing, the younger one fell into the well. And the elder one was staying in the room. He got panicked, he got very angry. He saw a bucket with a rope tied to it near the well. He, with the strength of mind, told the other younger person who fell into the well, but the time was very short. Had he not taken the steps in time, he would have, the younger one would have lost his life. So, he had a sense of mind and belief in it, that he told the other person, why give you this bucket, just like a penny and sit there, bucket, I will buy it, hold it, and I will give you. That younger boy fell into the well, that's the same thing. He then very much effort and a lot of difficulty in putting on the well. वो अपने दोस्त को बचा लेता है। फिर दोनों काफी होते हैं और भारत के जो बड़ा लड़का रहता है उसको सोचने की मैंने अपने दोस्त को बचा लिया हूँ। वो दोनों मिलने के जाते हैं मेरे जो दोस्त बताते हैं कि ऐसा हुआ था और यहाँ से मेरे फ्रेंड ने मेरे को बचा लिया बट वो बड़ी लीड they really is a good right gap but there was an old man sitting next to them, a wise man. He listened to them. He said, no, I can believe you, this can happen. But the other thing is, they tell him, no, yeah, that's a good road. But he was adamant, he must have done it. But the gist of the story is that he immediately reacted to the situation. Had he kept away, he would have lost his life. He immediately did whatever he needed to do and he saved his life. So यहाँ से आने का मतलब ये है कि आप इकट्ठे नहीं किसी आप अपने आप को believe रखा पैरेंट नीडेड और उसने अपने दोस्त की जान बचा ली। चाहे वहाँ दूसरे लोग होते तो वो टाइम मैनेज करते या उसमें कुछ लोग बोलते कि अरे ये बात बोल दे। So he believed himself he knew he will do it. अब उसने वो अपने दोस्त की जान बचा ली। ये पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट एक्सप्रेस करता है कि अगर आप लाइफ में अपने आप को बिलीव रखते हो किसी के नाम से लोगों ने बोलना ही नहीं, लोगों ने ऐसे आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, मत सुनो, अपनी गट फीलिंग पर बिलीव करो, अपने आप पर बिलीव करो, आपको अपने आप पूरा फोकस करो, आपको जो चाहिए मिल जाएगा। तो मैं ये चीज के बारे में आपको बता रहा हूँ कि सेल्फ बिलीव एंड फोकस करो और लेकिन काम मैं वो छोड़ूंगी। I don't know what to do. मेरा जो मेरे पार्टनर और रिलेशनशिप करने की शुरुआत तो उस टाइम में प्रॉपर्टी के साथ में मुझे बहुत बड़ा दबाव था, कभी खाना पड़ा, कभी गाँव पड़ा, बहुत बहुत पे जैसे भी जाता था तो ऐसे प्रॉब्लम तो कि उसमें क्या because I was not getting any income from that. On the contrary, मेरे को टैक्स वाले प्रॉपर्टी के और मेरा पैसा सब तो थोड़ा I thought of plan of moving to party cars again. And I overtook it. I got a fantastic response. I got a few financial companies and other companies partnered with it. And then there were most business accounts. But I was not satisfied. I had the space on the front side. I planned a business complexity. I gave it to the companies that managed me. A lot of pride and money. But still I was not motivated unless I have something else. Again I went into finances and I started my financial services career. From there, from the same place, I had three sources of income. I had a party, I had a commercial complex and I had a financial assistance company. So there, what I want to tell you, that the opportunities are around you. Just have to tap them. Opportunities are आपके पास ही रहती है. कोई देखता है, कोई नहीं देखता है. एक विजन है वो नहीं देखता. तो बोलते हैं opportunity नहीं है, हम क्या करें? No, opportunities are around you. Just have to tap them. You should have a way to realize and convert them into the fact. That's what I said. I'm telling you, don't let it come to confidence part. The positive is always telling me that a person without confidence is just nothing. I very much really agree with you because I generally go to the seminar, but once I was invited to a seminar where that speaker, the last reasoning which he did was fantastic, and I really got afraid of it with that. He said, "You leave me in the jungle, you leave me in the desert, you leave me in a small place. I will emerge from there, and I will again set up my own life and I have to earning because I have confidence in me." Confidence does wonders for you. If you have confidence, you can with the world. So let it come back. The availability of resources like we have high-tech facilities available here now because of internet and all. So because of this facility, you can connect to the people globally. You can connect to your clients globally. And you can supervise your business activity with the help of the CCTV cameras and others. So getting a use of high-tech will help you in expanding your business. So this is the thing which I want to implement. Let me come back, come to the advantage of being a successful entrepreneur. If you become a successful entrepreneur, you have innumerable advantages. First of all, you create your own name in the market, in the society. to have your own standing in the society. First, money goes forward to that. And if you earn money, you can help others also, sometimes poor and poor needy, needs. And the best part is if you are successful, the happiness you get become successful is incomparable. It is just, great feeling when you are a successful man. And if you have your own name, reflecting of your family background, people know you by your own name. But this particular point of becoming a successful entrepreneur is not easy. It's not very easy to become an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. You have to go through lots and highs and lows in life. You have to go through lots of struggle. You have to go through lot of rejections. And you have to go through lots of trials and errors. But I don't think anybody could do it without this. Any big name in call. They had to go through. But then, when they reach at the top, they share their views. It's only because of our struggle and trial and time we are here. And now you are telling you that nobody can teach you, even if you have a very good teacher, nobody can teach. But the struggle, the pain, the rejections, which you face in this particular actually teaches a lot. Because so many things you learn from that, so many things you get inspired to become a better human being, become a refined person, you shine like a gold. So never get afraid of the rejections and struggle. It's a path to the glory, it's a path to a bright future. But when you achieve that, you will be proud of this. I'm going to tell you the example of Ratan Tata. He is the chairman of Tata Group. He is one of the, I would say, the biggest company. Recently, he's taken over Reliance also. Once he had, taken the project of manufacturing in India. And he had attended, but then he had some, financial problems, he was in a financial. So he thought of selling his project to Mr. Ford, chairman of Ford Group of Companies. He arranged a meeting with him in France. He met there and he told Mr. Ford that I am in a financial mess. Please take my India project. Mr. Ford was so adamant and so rough with him. He just met him for 10 minutes and he said, I cannot buy your car. It has got nothing. Not even me. Nobody else will buy your car because it has nothing. Mr. Ratan Tata, he just met him for 10 minutes. After that, he came here. He became more determined that now he will make it sure that ID goes to this. He again, with his contacts and goodwill, he again arranged funds. He again innovated a project. He again rediscovered that thing. And he again manufactured that car. And then he brought that car to the market. And believe me, that car became his drum car. That car became the drum car for the section of car in Tata Group. And from there, he started his journey of being a car manufacturer. Till that time, he was just a manufacturer of trucks and commercial vehicles. So this is what transformed him into a successful man. He never gave up. He tried. He became more determined, more of a fighter, and he achieved the 10%. So what I want to tell you is that these are all, everybody have to go through the failures wants to achieve success. It's not easy, but then when you achieve success, you get so much of benefit, you get so much of, happiness that you have achieved something on your own. So I don't think that one should fear that, but one should love love your struggle period because it has grown you like anything. So I will tell you that being especially for the students, any of you, when you plan anything, I don't think that anything is impossible. But then one thing always advise you कि आप कुछ भी चालू करते हो तो उसको स्मॉल स्केल से चालू करो, स्टार्ट ऑफ स्मॉल स्केल, और वहाँ से आप धीरे धीरे अपने एक्सपीरियंस से, अपने होमवर्क से अपने आप को काफी बड़ा बना सकते हैं। इसके लिए आपको फाइनेंस की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, इसके लिए आपको फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस लगेगा और वो बहुत जरूरी है। आप you can go to the financial institutions, you can go for crowdfunding, but make sure कि retain their trust, उसका trust नहीं हो। आपने जिनसे पैसा लिया है, आपने जिनसे फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस लिया है, अगर आपने उनका ट्रस्ट नहीं तोड़ा, then the sky is the limit for you to expand। आपको एक्सपेंशन से कोई नहीं रोक सकता because आपके साथ solid फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, गवर्नमेंट फंडिंग है, आपका ट्रस्ट है, आपका रेपुटेशन, ऑटोमेटिकली आपको बिजनेस बढ़ेगा। तो ये इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा है फाइनेंस बिजनेस का। गुड एंटरप्रेन्योर ऑलवेज बिल्ड हिज रेपुटेशन, रेपुटेशन बनेगी तो ऑटोमेटिकली सही। दूसरा आपको बताता हूँ कि आप कभी भी कोई भी चीज स्टार्ट करते हो, उसमें पॉसिबिलिटी है कि आपको फेलियर्स के फेलियर्स और बट मैं हमेशा सबको बोलता हूँ आपको रिस्क भी लेना पड़ेगा, ऐसा नहीं कि आप सेफ ले करो। बट मेरा ये कहना है सबको, जो नए यंगस्टर्स हैं, स्पेशली आई एम एड्रेसिंग टू द स्टूडेंट्स हियर, कि रिस्क लेना बहुत जरूरी है, बट आप प्रॉपर होमवर्क करके लो। आप ऐसा नहीं कि किसी से सुना कि नहीं रिस्क ले मतलब आपको आगे बढ़ता हूँ, प्रॉपर रिसर्च, प्रॉपर नॉलेज और प्रॉपर तरीके से आप किसी प्रोजेक्ट को समझो, उसके बाद में आप रिस्क लो, उसमें आपकी फेलियर के चांसेस तो कम है। और अगर कहीं जाके आपको कोई फेलियर भी आए, आई कैन प्रपोज क्या है पार्ट ऑफ बिजनेस, लेकिन आप अपने बेसिक स्ट्रॉन्ग रखो, आपके अपने बेसिक जो है वो बिल्कुल स्ट्रॉन्ग रखो, कुछ नहीं होगा टाइम के हिसाब से, फिर आप अगर आपके बेसिक स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं हुए तो फिर आपको हमेशा और मेरा ये कहना है कि अगर आपने अपने बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग रखा, आप एक ऐसी इंस्टीट्यूशन, एक ऐसे बिल्डिंग बनाओगे कि जो हिल नहीं सकती, भले कितने भी तूफान आए, भले भी कितने प्रॉब्लम आए। This is what I have learned from that. So let me come back to the tools required. सबसे पहले बहुत जरूरी है your communication skills। आप if you have a good communication skills, you will bring a lot of hearts, you will bring a lot of clients, you will bring a lot of customers, and that those persons will go and tell people that from your behavior and your way of dealing with people. And mind you, you will have differences with people, with your clients, sometimes but then you should have the art of conveying the strongest message in the most polite way. This is very, very important. You should have a pleasing personality. You should try to build up a pleasing personality. You should try to elevate your communication skills. This will really help you to make a very strong man. The second thing is discipline. If you are a disciplined man, it helps you every way in your business, keeping your health, keeping yourself fit, keeping yourself fit mentally, and in every way you will gain your disciplined man. It has got innumerable advantages. Now let me come back to the attitude. Attitude is very important. You should have an attitude like a lion. Lion, when you go about jungle, even the big animals they fear him. Not because he's stronger than them, because he's got an attitude, a positive attitude that he can kill a big animal, मैं इसको मार सकता हूँ, मैं इसको खा सकता हूँ। ये attitude emerges as a king of the jungle because of his attitude. Secondly, in attitude only, never ever get close to the negativity. Never ever get friendly or close to that pessimistic view. They will destroy your life. They will actually cause a lot of harm because your mindset only creates. If you preserve your thoughts, thought become action and then it becomes a successful man. So never ever be in the company of negative persons because they will harm you very badly. You always keep good friends, positive friends, loving friends. They will always help you in developing this. One more thing is there, the tools of entrepreneurship and learning about. You have to have a very good, a lot of knowledge of what you're doing. Knowledge and skill. जो भी आपको करना है, पहले तो मैं आपको बोलूँगा कि आप वही करो जिसको जिसमें आपका पैशन है, आप वही काम करते हो, आप अपने चॉइस का काम करो, आप चॉइस का बिजनेस करो, जिसमें आपको लगता है कि आप खुश भी रहोगे। बस ऐसा काम आप करोगे जिसमें आप खुश नहीं रहोगे, तो आप उसमें अचीव नहीं कर पाओगे। आपको उसमें मायूसी होगी, आप डरे रहोगे, आपको एक्सपेंशन का कुछ उसमें अच्छा नहीं लगेगा। तो आप वही करो इसमें आपको पैशन है, जो इसकी आपको लाइकिंग है, आप वही काम और वही काम को आप पैशनेटली करो, आपको सक्सेस मिलना ही मिलता है। ये सब चीज़ों को कैसे बोल रहा हूँ कि कोविड का टाइम है, मुझे मालूम है टाइम lot of people are going through a hell of a lot. But मैं उसको ब्राइटर साइड पे देखता हूँ कि कोविड का टाइम जो आया है, लोग बोलते हैं कि ऐसा है वैसा है, but when I see around me, economy बहुत डेवलप हुई है, आज almost everybody is earning a car, everybody has got a house. So leave phase is a part of life. And I am telling you this negativity of COVID, I think that's not going to be a right thing. I don't have to dishearten you by saying I know things are very difficult, but then you have to be positive and strong. You have to think positively कि यहाँ तक अगर ऊपर वाला लेके आया है तो ये भी टाइम निकाल देगा, फिर अच्छा टाइम आएगा, because difficulties and trials तो एक जिंदगी का हिस्सा है और उसमें अगर आप मायूस हो गए तो मुझे लगता है कि आप उसको ओवरकम नहीं कर पाएंगे। वो चीजें आपको ओवरकम करनी, आप उसको ओवरकम नहीं कर पाएंगे। ये सब चीजें बोल के I would take so much of now, especially for the students, never ever lose your heart, feel like a warrior, and success will be yours. इस सब चीजों के बारे में से I will stop my speech and speech of the webinar. I am very much thankful to Dr. Praveen Joshi and the concerned persons who invited me and gave me a chance to speak here on this topic. Thanks, all the best students, all the best in your life and all the best in everything. Thanks.
Gurmeet, wonderful.
Thank you.
Excellently delivered.
Thanks a lot.
And you have shared your own experiences, they will be more useful for the students.
I especially spoke for the students because they are in such a transition.
It's only for students. It's only for students.
They have to learn a lot.
Exactly.
So I gave my practical observations, what I actually observed.
That's why in your introduction, it was said that you are more a kind of pragmatic person than a theoretical person.
Thanks a lot, Praveen, and all the concerned persons who are a part of it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening session. Sir,
Thank you.
explain us at how vision and confidence are very important for an entrepreneur, which can make a huge difference between a businessman and a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir has beautifully explained us that an entrepreneur should have a strong focus and a belief on his gut feeling to achieve his goals. Also, your story of personal life that you shared with us is really very, very inspiring, sir. The students out of it will definitely gain the insights of becoming an entrepreneur. Once again, thank you so much, sir. I'm sure the students might have learned a lot out of it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Now moving ahead towards the last session of the day, I feel so glad to announce that now we have a vibrant personality, Shri Deepesh Goel, with us. He is an engineer in electrical and electronics from DIT Mesra and an MBA from IIM Kolkata. He is a strategist, mentor, and a business transformation leader with multi-industry experience of over 2.5 decades in business to business and business to consumer technology based products and services. He has led various electrical, electronics, instrumentation business in 3M, GE, Tyco Electronics, L&T, Ford Tip, and Danaher. Currently, he is working as an independent consultant on industrial IoT with startups and industry and also provides IoT-ready products to corporates. He do volunteer work with Atal Innovation Mission as a regional mentor for change for Karnataka region, mentoring mentors and school kids who are exposed to the latest technologies in tinkering labs such as ASI, ML, IoT, robotics, 3D printing. Besides this, he works on improving the employability of PG and 2G students and do guest lectures at schools and engineering colleges. He also worked as a mentor for startups and is also an author of 2 books. Wow, it's really an honor to have such a remarkable personality with us. Now I request Sri Deepesh Goel to please enlighten us with your talk. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rutuja, and thank you, Dr. Praveen, and all the faculty and the students here. I am delighted to be here presenting to you on a topic which is very close to me. So I will just present my screen, so if you can just confirm that you are able to see the presentation. Just a second. So I hope my slides are visible and you are able to hear me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So coming on to the topic, understanding entrepreneurship against new realities. So I would say that most of the things which actually I wanted to talk have been covered by the past few presenters. So that's something makes my job easy also. But it is also difficult because something new I need to tell you so that you get more from the session. And I have a commitment to you that I don't want you to be away from your lunch time because it's almost 12:30, almost closer to 1. With that, I want to start the session with the agenda, which is first telling about myself, then I will set the context, tell you about what's happening around, why survival of the fittest is the solution today, what do you mean by Industry 4.0 and why transition to Industry 4.0 is crucial. Data has become the new fire or the new thing which is kind of very important in our life. How has been our situation in terms of unemployment? What are the current employability skills which are required? Which are the future employability skills? What should be your career blueprint? I will be talking about 4 things here and quickly cover that. And then entrepreneurship definition, those things I think I may have to skip, but definitely I'll give you some examples of an entrepreneur. So we have discussed so many entrepreneurs today. And this one important thing I want to talk about is multiple level of intelligence, which is something people find it very interesting. And also I would like to cite certain myths in our society which is kind of taking us backward. So with that, I get on to talking about myself. So my name is Deepesh Goel and I'm an Indian Aeronautics consultant by profession, author and poet by passion, and I volunteer with Atal Innovation Mission as a regional mentor of change for Karnataka. So I have been working with close to around 25 plus years with various Indian transnationals and global multinationals, and in this 28 years of experience, past 3 years has been my entrepreneurial journey. In between, I took a break after I exited from Portive as a country business leader for their sensor portfolio for the Indian subcontinent. And then I took a 1 year break where I utilized to undertake my passion, which is writing. So I wrote my first novel, which is called Love, Life and Beyond. And this is a novel which talks about the era of liberalization in India, that is 1991 till 2000. That is where the dot-com busted and the Y2K problem got solved. And there's another book which I have written, which is called Motiyo Ki Mala. That's a Hindi anthology of poems, which I published in 2019 through Kindle Direct Publishing. It's available on Amazon. And you can see these two books on the right-hand side of my photograph, which is taken in DTIO last year when I was given the award by DTIO as an exemplary matter of change. So coming to the current context, what I've been doing, I have been working on a new project called Entrepreneurship, which is a journey I undertook in January 2021. And my mission is to train some 10,000 teenagers by the end of 2021. And what I basically do is that I nurture innovation and make them learn 21st century skills and give them the path of entrepreneurship, which I will briefly talk about in the coming slides. So with that, we'll get into the discussion. And before I get into the actual discussion, I would like to tell you what is the current scenario and what you do in this current scenario. So the best example of some country which has been known for its survival instincts is Japan. Japan is located along the Pacific Ring of Fire on the edges of several continental and oceanic tectonic plates, and you know that how many earthquakes and tsunamis Japan has undertaken. So they have a specialized houses which they have made out of wood, and these are made based on their traditional construction methods. And with these houses, they are able to take the shocks of the earthquakes, and even in tsunamis, many of these houses are safeguarded against those violent earth shaking up. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you need to be adaptable, you need to be having those survival instincts. So even if the current situation of pandemic, that should not deter you, which has been talked by so many presenters before me. And you should be open to new kind of a situation. And I would like to cite here something which is said by a very famous author, Dr. Yuval Noah Harari. He said that nobody has a living experience of the pandemic, because this pandemic which has come right now, something similar happened in 1918 in Spain, the earlier pandemic. So nobody has lived those 100 years to see what exactly to be done during the pandemic. So obviously we had a disadvantage till last year when we saw this pandemic for the first time. But I would say today we are at an advantage of seeing that pandemic for almost a year. So the second wave is something which we can fight much more stronger and much more better and innovative way than we did it last year. And one thing is very clear, that a lot of the things which are going to happen during the pandemic should not be taken in mind that they are not going to be there in the future. So for example, for students like you must have seen that online learning has become part and parcel of your daily life. But even if the pandemic is not there, in the future also it is going to be hybrid learning. It is not going to be only offline learning which is going to be there. So coming on to the important part of adaptability, so I would like to cite here two examples of two major companies which used to be the big leaders in their space. Blockbuster, which used to own some 9,000 stores, and at peak in 2008 they were close to around $6 billion in revenue. Once this Netflix and other OTT came into picture, suddenly this video on rent business just got wiped out, and their last store was closed on 31st March 2020. Another example is Kodak, which used to be a market leader in photo film, and now they don't exist because they never understood that there was a blueprint of digital photo film available within their company, but their management did not pay heed to, and then those people got out of the company and started their new company, and that's how the digital market, digital film market came into existence, and now they don't exist. Similar thing is applicable to humans as well, just as I described about these two companies. And that is also told by Charles Darwin in his Theory of Evolution. He said, one of the things natural selection favors is a sense of flexibility, and it's not the strongest species that survives, it's sometimes the most adaptable. So you must have heard about so many species which have actually been very strong or been there for quite some time, but they don't exist. And one of the examples is the dinosaurs. They might have been the best in terms of the strength, but they will not be adaptable and they will not be having the same brain as humans. Because human brain is able to judge what kind of unpredictability and uncertainty can do to the current situation. And it is such a adaptable to those situations, and it can really work very innovatively and work in a situation in such a way that you cannot even assume. So that discomfort actually brings your innovation at the helm, and that makes you more productive and giving more output than in the normal time. So not just the current pandemic, but there are other things which are kind of becoming very important. So one important thing is the Industry 4.0. So if I have to just give you what is Industry 4.0, I need to explain what is Industry 1, 2 and 3. Industry 1.0 is basically when the mechanical fields got into prominence in 1700th century, and Robert Louis Stevenson invented the steam engine. Then the Industry 2.0 came when the electricity was invented. The first bulb was invented by Thomas Alva Edison, and electrical things came into prominence. And then came the age of computers and electronics. That was Industry 3.0. That was in the last century. And then in this century, the Industry 4.0, where the disruptive technology, whether it is artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, 5G or robotics or big data, suddenly we are finding that they are coming into prominence. Now, you will think that are these technologies being recently launched or recently come into existence? No, the answer is no. AI was first diagnosed in 1956. IoT was first, the word was coined in 1999. Why these technologies have suddenly become very prominent? Because of, I would say, three things. One, because of the emergence of data being able to convert it into business form, convert it, assimilate it very, very easily. That is one reason. The computational power of the computer has become very, very high. It is enormously bigger than what it used to be earlier. And the third important thing is the miniaturization. So when I say miniaturization, if you look at 50 MB drive by Watson, who made this company IBM in 1950s, was the size of a big truck, whereas today 1 terabyte data is put in a small pen drive. So you can look at how miniaturization has really revolutionized. And with that revolution, the next thing that will happen is a digital transformation, and that can only happen when there is a lot of innovation happening around. So, as I said, data has been core to what is happening today. So the biggest example of data are these four companies, which you must be definitely aware. Facebook, which is the biggest media company, and Mark Zuckerberg would have not imagined this company to become a media company when he was setting up in his dorm in Stanford as a dating site, and it is a company called a 0 to 1 company. When I say 0 to 1 company, is very similar to what Dr. Bhumika said as innovative company. So it is started, the concept started from that company. Then you can also get an example of Uber, which is the biggest car rental company. Though it is the biggest taxi aggregator, but they do not have taxi owned by them. And similarly, the biggest e-commerce company of China, the biggest e-commerce company globally is Amazon. So you must be hearing about how much failures Jack Ma had to have to really launch this company, and now he has retired at a very early age. And then finally, the biggest example I would say Airbnb, which is kind of very relevant to the current state of affairs. This company was launched immediately after the big recession which happened in 2008-2009. This company came into existence at that point of time. And similarly, there would be a lot of companies, you will find that they will come into existence existence after this pandemic. So you need to watch out for. You would have been hearing in the past few weeks that there are 5 companies in India, 5 startups in India which have become unicorn. Whereas earlier in the last 10 years we have just had some 15 unicorns. But in just last few weeks we are finding that there are 5 companies becoming unicorn. So that is a big development even in India also happening. And if you look at the kind of problem these companies have solved, this I explained about it solved the problem of having a dating website. Even if you look at Airbnb, the full form is Air, Bed and Breakfast. So this company was started by 2 gentlemen in New York City in US, and they had a problem and they were not able to meet their ends. They were not having enough money to survive in a very expensive city of New York. So what they did was they rented out of 2 bedrooms, which they were already renting the place, they subletted the place to one more person, and initially it was that person was living on rent for a monthly basis, and then suddenly it came to their mind that why they are renting it for a month, they can just rent it for a night and just use it like a hotel. So this concept came to existence where people were just needing bed and breakfast. That means if you are coming to New York, you have a whole day work, you just need a bed in the night, and then you want to have a breakfast in the morning, and then you want to cook. And then the whole day the room is empty. So with that concept, this new concept of hotel aggregation and people subletting their places for place of stay in the cities which are quite expensive and budget accommodation is not available. So they first solve their own problem and then they solve the world's problem. And that's how a typical startup comes into it. Now let's look at what is the current scenario. So this is the latest estimate I'm talking about. There are some 15 lakh engineers which are going to graduate in India per year. Almost 80% of them are going to be unemployable. Or even if they are getting employed, they are getting very low quality jobs, getting average salary of maybe some 8,000 per month, and also that they are not suited for certain right skills because the demand of the corporate and demand what they learn, let's say in the engineering background, is not kind of carried. And there is one more problem which is happening, that a lot of people which are coming from the rural area, they are finding difficulty because the language becomes they don't know much about English, and they are not able to do post graduation because they can't understand English well. These are some of the problems which are happening currently, and because of which, and when the government is not able to generate employment for us, and that puts us in a back foot of getting employed in future, or even if we are employed right now, whether those employment will be there in future. Those question marks are there. So what you need to do is that you need to develop certain employability skills which can at least make you good enough for being hired by a company. So which are these employability skills you should look at? So if I give you some data based on the World Economic Forum, 2015 data is available here, and the 2020. What you see here is that there are a lot of skills. There are top 10 skills which are used by the recruiters to hire people in the workforce. So there are changes which are happening among the top 10 skills. You can see that skills like cognitive flexibility and emotional intelligence, which are inside the list now, and some of the skills like quality control and active listening. Active listening could be a very important skill for a sales guy, which are getting out of the list. So what is really happening is that there are too much fluctuation which is happening in terms of the skill requirement. So we are not looking at only a big set of skills which are going to be there, let's say in 5 years or 2 years down the line. So that is exactly what I want to show in this slide, where in 2025, World Economic Forum has listed down top 10 skills which are quite different from what I have just shown you in the year 2020 or 2015. And this is also shared by Dr. Yuval Noah Harari, that for youngsters, if they come to him and ask him that which are the key skills which are required due to which you can get hired in future. So he says that it is very difficult to say, because this is the VUCA word. VUCA word means it is having volatility, uncertainty, and you don't know whether it is going to be a normal state or ambiguous state in the future. Let's say in the current pandemic, it's total ambiguity which is there. So today, where the skills requirement has been 2 to 5 years, it is very important that you need to be abrupt of what skills are required currently and what skills are required in the future. And since going forward, we are getting into a gig economy where freelancers will be given more opportunities than people having permanent or temporary roles in an organization. So obviously the skills requirement are going to change in the future. So this is something as an advice I have for you. I will quickly cover this career blueprint, and this is something I want to start with a quote by Catherine Wilhelm. So she said that the best career advice to give the young is find out what you like doing best. Get someone else to pay for you doing it. So if you look at your current situation, your parents must be financing your graduation or post-graduation. So you are actually using somebody else's money, but going forward, when you get into your career, you will be living your life with your own money. So till that time, you have that advantage of somebody else's money being used on you, and you have the advantage of using that. I think this is a good time to actually do some kind of entrepreneurship as a hobby or as a passion or as a something which you can try out during your student time. Because once you get into the real world, you will not find much time left, or you will not find much options as failure to wait for. So these are the 4 advices I have to share with you. One is lifelong skilling, second is personal branding, third is your network, and the fourth is community and mentorship. So I will just briefly talk to you about these skills, these career blueprint requirements. The first is the online learning. So I would say during the corona or the pandemic time, there's a lot of time you have of your own, which you spend in your home or which you spend with yourself. So this is the best time you can go on to some of these online learning websites. You can learn certain skills, you can relearn certain skills, and you may have to certain time unlearn certain skills. So that is what you can do using these websites. The advantage with some of these websites is these are free of cost. Let's say MOs, that is Massive Open Online Course, that's a free of cost website. But even otherwise, other websites if you look at, you will find that unless you ask for the certification, these websites can offer you free course. Only when you ask for a certification, then you have to pay a certain amount of money to get that certification if you want to put it on your LinkedIn or your resume. But most of these websites are offering state-of-the-art courses, whether it is related to some kind of expertise, hard skill, soft skill, or it is something to do with getting some kind of a professional degree. Everything is available online. You don't have to travel to any place, you don't have to go to anybody. It is available at your own home on your desktop or your mobile. So please make use of this. The second thing I would say that you need to create your personal brand. And especially in this virtual world, it is very important that you should have your presence on Facebook or LinkedIn or Tumblr, not for your purpose of entertainment, but for the purpose of you as a brand, you as a person who can share knowledge, who can help people during this pandemic or during the time of crisis, as a thought leader for certain things which nobody else knows. And if you are good in reading books, if you are good in reading journals, definitely you can blog and you can produce a lot of good things on your social media. And if you go for some job interview, don't think that what they see during the interview is important. What they see through your virtual presence also becomes equally important, and these days these things are definitely looked at. The next thing is your network is your network. You can read this book by Porter Gale and one great quote by John Lennon. He says that count your age by friends, not years. Count your life by spies, not years. And this is absolutely necessary in this current scenario, because you must be definitely going for help to people. And if there is a real friend in somebody whom you have been friendly with, he or she will help you if there is a real friendship. But otherwise, you can just say these are certain numbers which you have added in your past life. That is why I just said that your life, your age gives the number of friends, real friends which you have made. Another very important thing is that if you have certain toxic people around you, please make sure that you get rid of them. You should leave those toxic people, because you are the sum of 5 people closest to you. Make it count. So these 5 people have to be, may not necessarily be your best friends, but these are the people who are going to shape your future, whether it is your parent, your teacher, whether your peer, or it could be anybody. So it's very important to have a set of people around you, closest to you, who can be really helpful in your career. The next thing comes community and mentorship. We find that most of the people at a young age, they think about only themselves. But instead of just having a go-getter kind of attitude, there is a go-giver kind of attitude which is important. And especially in this pandemic, you must have seen that people who are not in your connection, or who are in your third or fourth connection, are coming to help you. And they don't have anything to get from you, but still they are helping you. So this is very well said by the quote by Holy Bible, which says, life is an echo, what you send out comes back, what you sow you reap, what you give you get, what you see in others exists in you. Remember, life is an echo, it always gets back to you to give goodness. Next important thing is mentoring or career counseling. So I would suggest that if you have not done any kind of a personality test, please use this Briggs-Myers www.16personality.com. This is a test which is a very well-known, and most of the people do this, and they get to reach their interest and passion. And based on that, if you want to get into some kind of entrepreneurship or some kind of a future career, you can decide based on that. And mentor is sometimes very important, because he or she has trodden that path in the past, and not just he or she is going to tell you what are the do's of the past, but also don'ts of the past, so that you don't commit those same mistakes, and you don't have to spend that energy or money or effort for making those mistakes. So that also becomes important. People like us can help you on that. Now, I will not spend much time explaining the definition of entrepreneur, but I would definitely like to stress upon this types of entrepreneurship. So even a small kirana store is an entrepreneur. If you are a startup owner, so that should be scalable. Or if it is a large company, that is a company like a Tata, Birla, or Reliance, those are also entrepreneurship. And the last one, which is also kind of important in the current time, where you have not just money as the ultimate reason for being in business, but also uplifting the quality of life of people, which is called the social enterprise. So these are the 4 types of entrepreneurship based on which you can look at, you can choose. But I think the best thing which you can do is getting for a scalable startup. And one big example which you have, the biggest entrepreneur for UK, Richard Branson, and I'll talk to you about brief detail about him in the coming slide. But he came from a very different background to an airline industry, and you must be knowing about the Virgin Atlantic, which he owns. And his story is quite interesting if you look at his book which he recently published. So these are the success formula I would like to share as an entrepreneur. The 3 P's of entrepreneurship. You need to find your purpose, you need to ignite your passion, and you need to be having perseverance. And then the good luck will favor the way. That means if all the 3 things are there, then luck will also be with you. And these are the success formula for entrepreneurship. Victory belongs to the most perseverant. This is said by Napoleon, who was at once told that he can never be able to conquer the world, which he was able to do, and he was even able to come to India from Greece. So he is a big example of perseverance. if you look at last year being quite a phenomenal year for India in terms of innovation, in terms of changing gears, in terms of looking at new business, new dimension of a business for most of the entrepreneurs. I'll give you certain examples. So I'm not going to name this company, but this company is in Delhi, who was into, let's say, restaurant business. They were having a brick and mortar restaurant where people used to come and dine in. Suddenly, when on 23rd of March last year, lockdown was called, so their business just came to standstill. Fortunately, this guy was thinking about cloud kitchen for a very long time, and he just implemented this cloud kitchen business the next day of the lockdown. But provided he was having good, he had thought through and he had prepared for it, and that was a good time to start it. And today, this guy is not doing this brick and mortar restaurant business. He is only doing that cloud kitchen. So you can find that certain problems can come with certain opportunities you have to look into and get hold of it. I'll give you certain other examples. Textile industry is doldrums right now, but there are a lot of textile entrepreneurs which have got into the manufacturing of PPE suits, and that has become a very rolling business. We were nowhere just 2 months ago, but currently we are the second largest PPE kit producer in the world, only second to China, and that is all come from these small textile manufacturing units across the country. So this is what I'm telling you, that if you are persevering enough, and there is a saying in Gujarati which say that if you are doing a business, at least do it for 1,000 days, and then only you should really do business. And I'm not just saying doing the same business. Even if you change gears or change some business, it should be with some kind of a time commitment. You should not just leave it just like that. Some of the example of an entrepreneur which I kind of admire, you might not have heard about this gentleman called Sonam Wangchuk, but you must have definitely seen this movie Three Idiots, where you must have seen the character of Kuntu Pangur, who used to live in Ladakh and used to do innovation amidst adversity. So that Tisha's character is representation of Sonam Wangchuk, who's an engineer, inventor, innovator, and an education reformer, and he has created certain great things like artificial glacier or ice stupa. You can read about him in any Google site, or you can watch a lot of videos about him. And the great thing about him is that he changed the education system in the area of Ladakh. So what used to happen in Ladakh region at one point of time in 80s and 90s, that almost 90% of the people were failing in class test. Only this 10% were passing in class test. He brought that revolution of changing the textbook, changing the knowledge about the teachers, changing the way things are dealt with. Because what was happening is that the people, the students who were there in that region were not knowing certain basic things. So if you are telling them S for ship, they have never seen a ship in their life. Or if you are telling them F for fan, they have never seen fan in their life. If you look at the climate there, the average temperature is minus 10 degrees centigrade, and it can even go to minus 75 degrees centigrade. So those kind of things are kind of not existent in their culture. So he changed that scenario from 80s and 90s to current, where almost 75% of people are passing out of class 10. And even if the people who are not passing class 10, he has made a school called SECMOL, which is called the School of Failures, where these students, instead of the traditional education of art, science, commerce, they are getting into the alternative education. So the school which you saw in that movie, Three Idiots, where young students were doing some very innovative things, that school actually exists in the Ladakh area. That is called SECMOL. So if you get a chance to go there, definitely see this school. And I got a chance to meet this gentleman when he came to Bangalore for some corporate funds which he was collecting for his new college, which is called HIAL, Hindustan Institute of Himalayan Institute of advanced learning, which is also set up in Ladakh and which is also an alternative education after class 12. So this is an example of an Indian entrepreneur which I really admire, but you can look at the global context, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Peter Thiel, who are kind of trendsetters in the, or they can be legendary in the entrepreneurial area. Now, I want to tell you something very important right now, which you should pay attention to. There are different level of intelligence which kind of we do not know. We only measure our intelligence by just one intelligence, which is measured with the help of IQ or the intelligence quotient. So if we are having an intelligence quotient of let's say 162 points, we are considered we are equivalent to let's say Albert Einstein. But the fact remains that we have not just one intelligence, we have 8 level of intelligence inside us. So this IQ is basically the logical mathematical intelligence, but there are 7 other intelligence which are the naturalistic intelligence or intrapersonal or visual spatial, musical, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, and the word spark. So a word spark guy could be a poet or a very good knowledge of the words, having very good knowledge of words, or somebody who is into the musical background will have a musical intelligence, or somebody who is into athletics or let's say gymnastics, then he must or she must be having body smart multiple intelligence, which is the bodily kinesthetic. So you have to figure it out which are the 3 predominant level of intelligence which are there inside your body. And with those intelligence, you can decide that what should be the best career you can look at. So there are always, out of these 8, 3 predominant intelligence with which you can choose your career. So let's look at some of the examples of some of the people who were doing something else previously and did something else currently. So Jeff Bezos is a big example. So he was basically a hedge fund manager, and he knew nothing about online book retailing, with which he started Amazon. And today he has A to Z of e-commerce, which has got no relation with hedge funds. Richard Branson, I just gave an example of it. He used the money he made from selling rock albums to start an airline business. There is no connection between rock albums and airline business. Or when you see rock, he had zero experience in mobile phone and other. So people coming from completely different background, making their way something entirely different, that is only possible because you might have multiple level of intelligence which you might have not understood. So you need to do introspection and you need to know yourself more to really venture into activity. But I think one thing is very important that before you do that, you also need to be aware that what is really happening in our Indian society. Failures are not tolerated here. We think that graduation degree is a kind of a serious requirement in our society. To become an entrepreneur, we think that a degree is a must. We also think that entrepreneurial ventures can only happen after 10 to 15 years of job experience. We also think that males are better than our females are better because of that. I think this is the time for us to get rid of these very old myths in our society. And I think you can make that as a student, as a young population of the country to make that change and get over this mindset which you have. So if you have to secure the future of our next generation, and then you have to definitely create job creators and not job seekers. So with this, I come to the end of my discussion. Some takeaways. I said that survival is weakness, that is that of the fitness. Transition to the 4.0 is the power of data. Unemployment and skill development are the 2 big questions we are facing in our society. We need to implement the 4 pillars of career blueprint, and we also need to implement 3 Ps, that is passion, purpose, and perseverance to be an entrepreneur. We also need to identify 3 level of intelligence, and we need to eradicate common myths in our Indian society. And I have only one message to convey to you in this short time. What more good is seeking your business? And someone who will stick to the basics, hold on to your family and friends, they will never go out of life. With this, I come to the end. Any questions? also for what is happening currently. Our economy is in doldrums, government is not understanding what to do, health is in a bad shape, and the COVID is waiting outside our home to grab us. Any questions? My coordinates are available here. Just pick it up and call me later, or if you have any questions, welcome. And with that, I end this session. Thank you all for patiently listening to me, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be with you, and it's my pleasure to present my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an stimulating talk. I'm sure it will immensely benefit each one of us. I would like to mention a few points which were more factor-reading, like by explaining the very first slide of Japan and its survival instincts, you beautifully made it related to the present context in which being adaptable and open to the new situation is very important for us. The way you explain the meaning of adaptability was very unique. How to mean like survival of fitness, the survival of fitness. Everything that you explain about the current scenario, whether it may be an unemployment and all the examples that you gave, were really factually. Also the problem skills that are very important in the workforce that was elaborated, and the formula of 3Ps you gave was very encouraging and easy to understand. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your illuminating talk and also for sparing your valuable time. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, and pleasure talking to all of you, and look forward to more conversations.
Dipesh, it has been really wonderful. And I also noted down some very important points from our talk. And there were certain things where I have also got insight and places in the subject.
Thanks a lot, sir. I'm really delighted to hear that. So my presentation is available with map, so you get to have a look at that.
Yeah, it has been wonderfully prepared, and really you are getting a lot of experts on the same. So we are really grateful to you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And kindly send your account number to Dr. Shwani so that the honorarium you can deposit in the account.
Sure. Thank you.
Right? Okay, Dipesh, see you.
Sir, there are many businesses, so which business will be suitable for us right now, or how can we expand the business? Can you please guide us right?
So I think you'll have to really figure it out that what kind of problems you are facing right now. So you need to look at problems which you are facing on a day-to-day basis, or your community is facing certain problems. And I think those problems will actually give you a lot of opportunities to get into a business. So that is, I think, the basic premise I would say. But obviously, you must be having a lot of intelligence apart from whatever intelligence quotient or IQ what we call it. So you need to figure it out what kind of intelligence you have. So one is the market dynamic, that is outside world, and other is the inside world, which is the your intelligence or expectation will tell you that what you are good at. Based on that, you can figure it out what is the best thing which you can do.
Thank you.
Any other questions from anybody?
Sir, and how can we expand the business? There are many businesses we can expand the which we can expand the business. So can you please tell us?
So it depends on the nature of the business. So I think first you have to do business at a local level, then you have to look at regional level and national and local level. That is one way of it. Another way of it is that you first need to focus on a niche market. You need to figure it out that who are the key people who are going to be responsive first for your product or services which you are offering. Once you have reached that micro niche, from there you have to expand your base. So you can get on, let's say, currently I said that I'm working on initiatives, this is a Greenland initiative for the teenagers. So I have a selected age group of 18 to 19 years. But gradually I would be expanding this to a much larger audience. So for that I may have to do, let's say, beyond 19, that is up to 25 years of age. So that is how you can expand. But first you have to look at the micro niche, that is a smaller group of people which can really find value your product and service, and then they will be the best people who can spread your word of mouth to other people, and you can expand it. Like this is what I mean.
Any more questions?
Yes, please go ahead, Janvi. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you for patiently listening, and please revert back to us if you have further questions or you want to connect with us. Pleasure to communicate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us students. On an ending note, I remember I would like to quote a quote by Peter F. Drucker. The entrepreneur always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. I extend my deepest thanks to all the eminent guest speakers for joining us and also for having accepted our invitation to deliver a talk in this webinar. We would surely love to learn a lot from you in future too. I wish a good luck to all the students for their future. Now it is time to propose a vote of thanks, and for that I would like to invite Dr. Bharti Deshmukh, Official Principal of Prerna College of Commerce. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Madam. It's a privilege having us to put the vote of thanks on this wonderful webinar. I have Deshmukh from the Department of Computer Education on behalf of Prerna College of Commerce. Welcome you all. Friends, today's webinar was full of knowledge and came deep inside into the topic and also revealed some interesting facts. This distinguished personality visited their on the topic understanding entrepreneurship against immorality. This morning started by Dr. Priyadarshini KG and a welcome note by Dr. Praveen. It was followed by an honorary speech by Sri Rajesh Goyal from World. Who is a young technical prominent entrepreneur. And he's also a multi-talented person. So, your speech is for a thing out of the box for a wonderful and powerful businessman. We have put entrepreneurs should be prepared in any pandemic situation and should have solutions of a successful entrepreneur. All the 7 qualities explained by you, that is the hard work, passion, highly optimistic, independence, foresight, good organizer, innovative, perseverance, and team spirit will help our students become a good entrepreneur. Thank you, Madam Sonia. I extend my thanks to Sardar Sumit Raj Kokar, who has expressed his views, enlightened our students with the topic, and shared his valuable knowledge and experience with all of us. I also agree with you, sir, that good communication skills help to develop one's business. Thank you, sir. I also thank Mr. Ritesh Goyal from Bangalore for an excellent and informative presentation. Sir, you have very well presented all the current aspects related to the topic. I also thank Mr. Goyal from Bangalore for an excellent and informative presentation. Sir, you have very well presented all the current aspects related to the topic, and you have explained how important it is to adapt yourself to the current technology. Thank you, sir, for guiding our students. Once again, a hearty thanks to all our today's guests and eminent resource persons who inspired on their busy schedule that found time with
experience listening to all of them. Now I explain my future time on a little famous government officer, secretary, sir, only written for that time, respected Dr. Former support young and country. Arranging this visible value, all the students learn and think against and all the words of today for coordinate and a special thanks to the lecture department worked hard sure memorable and all my dear this program. Thank you all. Have a nice